What this is a high ply cutter. And by high ply, what I mean is it'll cut up to 6 centimeters. Basically, just like the rest of the equipment we have a CAD station located over here that is kind of the brains of this whole operation right here. The computer you see right here that he's working from is networked. So all of our patterns are on a network that both of these machines work from. So it's all identical. No matter which machine I pull from, I pull that pattern, I cut the same one. You actually see this machine is so high tech, it has 128 sensors on it. Now what you see back through here is how we lay our fabric down. We lay it based on what the customers order. We don't cut any stock, so everything you see is going to somebody. It will be built in our assembly plant next Monday. This machine is our Electra FX. It's our match stripe cutter. It'll cut single stripes or plaids. The machine will actually take a picture of the fabric and will actually lay it to our CAD pattern. If the thing is bowed, the machine will take a picture of it and will actually bow the pattern with the fabric. It has a camera on the front of it. You can see here that's an actual picture of the fabric. The machine is verifying the match point that our CAD person has said, this is where I want it to match, so that when we sew it all back together with a 1/2 inch seam, it'll match perfectly. Perfect match so far. We are the king of plaid and match stripes.
I'm Olin Price, quality engineer with England Furniture, and I'm involved with fabric testing and evaluation. Fabric introductions undergo 10 areas of evaluation to ensure standards of quality, strength, and durability are achieved before the fabric can be approved as a product cover fabric. A number of tests are conducted to measure the durability and the strength of the fabric. This test measures the seam slippage and is conducted on our fabric testing machine. The sample is put in and then pulled to a force that breaks the fabric.
If I can test every new fabric we have using this machine, I can predict which ones are going to fail and keep them out of the line. So that's important.
They call their program up to make the machine operate. So that is kind of the brains of this whole router. And that's fed from our CAD system that's up in our bird's nest up there. And everything that comes from there comes straight from our R&D department. What you see here is the remnants of a sheet of plywood. Of course, the sheet of plywood is a 4x8 piece of solid wood. And as you can see, when we're done, there's not a lot left. We do what we call a kit cut, which means when it comes off of this machine, it is a full piece of furniture. But all this wood that you see here that doesn't go into our product will go into a big grinder. So we try to recycle everything. In the furniture business, we've been doing that for a long time. Fabric, cardboard, fiber, wood, and we do that to keep this out of the landfill. What we're about to look at is what we call our pawl saw, but it is a lumber optimizing saw. What it does is you'll see them feed this wood in here. You'll see two guys on this end. They're actually grading the lumber. And what the machine will do is read the fluorescent pen that they have. And as it runs down this saw, it'll chop out the defects. What you'll see that's come off, you'll see a piece of wood, a piece of hardwood that doesn't have any blemishes, doesn't have any knots, solid piece of wood that's going to go into our furniture. What we do is we run 9-man upholstery lines. This is where the frame starts. The buggy comes down from our plant 6. You see all the CNC cut parts. And what our frame builder does is he starts putting everything together. The next operation, you'll see we start putting on the top rails, or we put on the half moons, we put in the spring rails. We try to divide these operations so that it flows like a continuous flow. So once they lock that spring rail in, those things aren't going anywhere. You'll see them, they kind of act as one unit once we put these stake wires on here. We let them overlap a little bit and bend them. Next operation, you'll see start putting the seat deck on with the claw, and you'll start seeing the arm foam go on.
I'm Terry England, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Operations, which includes the logistics. And we have our fleet of trucks. We deliver all the time, every time, and we measure that. And for the last several years, we've been better than 99% committed to our promise. And our promise is in October, we publish a printed schedule promising our dealers that we will visit them 50 times a year. We have 100 tractors and 400 trailers, and with the selection of 75 groups and 400 covers delivered anywhere in 21 days and west of the Rockies in 28 days, all provinces of Canada and about 9 foreign countries. We operate on a very disciplined schedule. When it goes into production, it ships. And we're pretty pleased with everything from the cutting of the parts and the materials here in New Tazewell, Tennessee, right down to the logistics of shipping out of our own warehouses on our own private fleet.